Hello guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking on Ethereum and Solana, and we're going to look at the market as a whole and really see what's going on and what we can really expect the Ethereum price either to fall to or to rise to, and the same for Solana. And let's take a look and see, well, what what would be a good way to kind of approach these situations? If you haven't already, support the channel by clicking the bell icon, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Do you think it's going to go up? Do you think it's going to go down? Do so while you're there. All right, Ethereum is not looking good. It's not. It's trading around 1,500 bucks. So 1,548. I'm going on the daily chart. I always go by the daily chart mostly because that's my trading style, going through and see it, making sure how it goes by the day. Of course, I get my analysis some from the week, and even on the daily, I kind of drop back down to the 4 hour mark and the 2 hour mark, depending on what's happening. All right, so we are still in a bear market. As of today, we have about 14 hours left. Let's see, how many hours do we have left? Yeah, 14 hours, closely to 15 hours left in today's trading. Uh, the the volume is not too great, but what the volume is, it's mostly selling power happening. We're below the 200-day EMA, not looking too good. We can't seem to break past of it. How many times we've been rejected towards that is quite a few, giving in the last week or so. The next point that I would see where, but we could probably hopefully stop this train wreck from going down, could be around 1490, 14, I'm sorry, no. Yeah, 1500 bucks if it continues to go down pretty low. So right around here, the solid mark that I could say, even more so around 1490, to kind of, well, give you a more stable idea. If for some chance we can start to move up and kind of break past 1570 is the mark where I would say, but we start to see some resistance. And what I mean by that is if we can just push up just a little bit, 1570 is that point, because we're coming back from the previous support levels as well, coming back and even into Wednesday, Wednesday the 15th of March. This day is going to be pretty big. We need to see a strong push come back up. We'll eventually get back minimum to around 1650 or so, but the whole point or the whole idea where we minimally want to get to is around 1750. It seems like a long shot at this point. If we continue to go down this path, I mean, and it's not the lowest, but I mean, it's the low. It's a strong point to be made. But we could touch down to 1100 bucks. We do not want 1100 bucks by any means because it will take forever. But 1590, we kind of came back up and we bounced on that for a little while. We had that market structure that came. When we're looking at 1580 or so, it's not too much of a power play. But 1750, we have rose to that level. It's a pretty good market structure, but we need really one single candle to kind of go by that, a strong candle play. So 1645 is kind of that marker right here that we need to get to be able to see what's going to happen. Otherwise, for the week, and we spoke about this just a couple of days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Weekly, it's still just pushing down, pushing down. So it got some really strong selling power coming in. We need to see that kind of start reversing in. Everybody's not looking for Ethereum right now or to invest in Ethereum primarily because, well, everything that's happening. Of course, if you notice the markets across the board, the stuff with Jerusalem happened, and the market's really in turmoil, and it's continuing to play on that because we still have that. So the news is kind of driving everything down as well. So people are selling and going into uh, different trading. So we have that point. Like I said, when you look at the weekly, you can kind of see a little bit stronger what I mean by the 1684, 1690, how we're touching these candles here. This is the potential area. Why it's orange. Red line would be around 1373 or so, giving a little play, right? So 1400 bucks. And that's giving if it really keeps pushing down. But if we go up, we can expect something like 1750 or so, 1700, 1750 to push back up. But we just need to kind of get past that point. As far as Solana goes, Solana is trading at 22 bucks 20 cents. It is also it's rebounding a little bit comparing on the daily chart, anyways, compared to Ethereum. Now it started to kind of go down as well. I can't really call that it's just like falling, but it's still over the 200 EMA. We're kind of bouncing off that, which is good. Our orange line here is we're kind of approaching that right now. The big red line on the daily is around 14 bucks. Of course it is, but more so around 1750, 1780, something like that. Now where we can kind of expect to see it to jump up here, hopefully rather soon, is at least 23.14, 23 a dollar and a dollar change, right? So it's not a massive amount, but we do want to get that so we can kind of reach that 25 area mark, and that's what we're looking for next, is the $25 mark. And so this is going to be a big moment to kind of pay attention to. So each one of these are moments, key moments to kind of pay attention to. So once we reach one and we can get 3 candles to kind of confirm that action, that price action, which is what I like to do. So if we get here at 25, then 3 candles plus, then we can kind of say, okay, this is what's going on. 27, and I'm going to be paying attention to set my alerts, right? And the same thing if we get to the red. 3 before, if we're bouncing off of it, 3 after is what I'm looking for to enter my trades or exit my trades, depending on how I decide to trade. But right now, we're looking pretty good for Solana. We have our 2 candles as we approach the line, as I was just telling you. So we need, but what I don't like is the fact this candle is losing momentum this second. So depending on how the next day will turn out, we'll actually define that. 4 hours is pretty good, but we're seeing that momentum losing out. You can see from like the last 12 hours coming in, it's losing. So we want people to buy into it right now. If we go to the weekly candle, you can see that some of the buying pressure is coming back in and gobbling up what that was. So that long wick down here. So we want to see more of that, and we want to see another good candle at the end of this week, this upcoming week, to see what will happen. The market in total, we were talking about Solana, it's up by 3.8%, which is pretty good. Again, we're on the daily. XRP is not really doing much, 0.5%. Bitcoin's at 0.3. Ethereum's down by 0.1%. We have Uni at 0.5. Litecoin, I can't see. Okay, at 0.1%. So nothing much, but it is green, which is a good thing, and that can change at any moment, considering it's still so early. Matic 1%. SHIB 1.9. AVAX 0.9%. All okay for the daily, but nothing major's really kind of happening right now. We want to see something totally different start happening. The only one I can say that's really kind of performing right now is Solana on the daily market. If we look at the week, horrible week. Horrible week. Solana, even though we did 3% today, but it's still negative 6.1 for the week. And AVAX took a pretty strong crushing hit at 14.7% down. That's we'll be paying attention to that one. I think in future videos we're going to be looking at and seeing what's going on. Dots down by 9%, really bad for the week. And that's like the major ones that's kind of happening right now. Anything good? I can't even see this one. I mean, it's just like just swallowing. You can see as I try to push it into it, it's just bouncing. So it's not, it doesn't want no part of that. H bar 3.7. So just really a bad week. Even monthly, I mean, monthly's bad. RPL 20, MNT 19, RLB 12%. I mean, XRD hit minus 30%. I mean, that's horrible. Ape also fell, but Loom up 500% in the month, which is really good. So it's really pushing. And we'll cover this one as well. Solana, though, for the monthly is up by 20%. And so this kind of really gives you a good idea why I was telling about Solana. I think it's going to go up even more. And we're bouncing up from that. So we'll be paying attention more on that as well. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again in the next video. Be sure to hit the bell icon and let me know your thoughts and opinions.